Hello and welcome to AutoCAD Easy. Okay, we're going to continue with assembly. Okay, like I said on the last video was long because we had to explain thoroughly. So now I'm just going to do everything on the same drawing. For you to understand easily, go back to the previous video. So let's jump right to it. So we're going to start with assembly. So with assembly, we're gonna go and add those. Okay, so we already have these taken out. So I'm just gonna go and move this to there. It goes over there. And by looking at the wheel this side, looking at the wheel, 68. That also should be 68 in the middle. The spindle, 24. That's 24 over there. And yeah, like that. Now we could join these two. Now I just want to put this in the middle. Okay, but let me just say center line. I'm just gonna draw another center line because I want it to be exactly in the middle. Okay, now let me highlight that wheel, move, pick him up from the middle, paste him there, and correct. You could see the tiny spaces there. That's what we'll actually expect. And then over here, there's the pin on this side, diameter 3. Where else do we get diameter 3? We get diameter 3 on the spindle. This time around, yes, we have the spindle. So meaning that the pin will just be right there. But in this view, we won't see the pin. So we are good with that view. Let's extend this guy. Yes, and then now let's put up together this part. Now from this side, this way we're going to use this view. I mean that wheel. Copy. What did I say? Copy. I want to move. I want to say move. Move him from here to exactly in the middle. Correctly aligned. And then now, if we can notice this way, now we're going to have the spindle. Okay, we're still going to have the spindle, but we're going to see only this edge of the spindle. Okay, if we are looking at it from this side. Okay, it's very important now to know your orthographic projection views as to which view are you actually looking at. Okay, now we're gonna proceed with that. Now let's proceed, meaning that we're gonna come and have this pin. This pin will be exactly in the middle. Okay, this pin will come and stay over there, and this washer also should be going there, but we're not giving it like that, so we're going to have to draw another view of the washer. The washer on this side, we're going to come and have, oh, we did not add the washer this side. This washer was supposed to be added over here. Notice, very important, I said it in the last drawing, the snaps. You must pick up everything from its snaps. Okay, now notice the washer. Okay, yes, washer, its diameter will be 36, and this inner curve part will be 20. Okay, let me just quickly measure what that is. From there to there, that's 32. Okay, so we're gonna go and have 32. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna have the whole of 24. 24 will be the inner diameter there. Yes, no, exactly from 24. Okay, now this we're gonna come and move again. We pick him up from the center to the center. Oops, it cannot be. Something was wrong there. Let's move this guy to the center there. Indeed, correct. Okay, now notice now we have a lot of things going on. Just to make sure we still remember which 32 is. This is 36, this is the washer. Okay, and does that part. Okay, now we're gonna go and trim out what's happening. Wait, before we trim out, we are cutting from there, so meaning let's just do the assembly first and then we're gonna go and do the sectioning. Now notice we're gonna need parts for this. Also, this goes in hand with that one, so I'm just gonna switch off auto mode a bit and take this one off. Again, copy. Now notice I always say that this is done on an A3 where you are given these parts and they expect you to do it on the A3. So I'm not gonna do it on an A3, I'm just gonna do it on the same page that I'm given for drawing purposes. Okay, these must be out, these dimensions, zoom in, delete those, delete this guy, delete that, delete this guy, delete that, and delete this. Yes, delete those. Okay, we can also delete that guy. Now, this one, again, we're gonna go and pick him up from the midpoint to this midpoint. Now, notice that's the same midpoint there to there. Okay. Now, again, we're gonna go and have this guy. We also gonna move him from the midpoint to the next midpoint. Cool, great. Now this pin goes exactly in there. Now if we can notice, this pin is given on the front view. Okay. Now if it's given on the front view, there's the top view, meaning that this pin must be going right across there. So meaning I'm not gonna have this over there, but before I do that, let me make sure that I correctly align it. Now, this guy was supposed to be rotated, right? Now, we're just gonna go and rotate this guy specifically by that degree. And then we go and move. So I rotated that pin, but with intentions of putting it there, and I did not delete that with intentions of getting the actual center of where the pin is. And now we are done with assembly. Now I should have trimmed everything that we do not need, but because I haven't done the hatching yet, the hatching BB and hatching AA, so that's why I did not remove or delete anything yet. Now we can start with hatching AA. Okay, I mean sectioning AA. Now, if you're sectioning AA, meaning that this is the bottom part, okay? This is the bottom part, it becomes line type 1, okay? Now, if it becomes line type 1, remember this is a rib. It's a support, sorry. There's a support, there's a support. That looks like a rib from the other side, okay? So we do not hatch it, okay? Now, if we're cutting it there, these were not there. Oh, okay. These were supposed to be having hidden details there, but it's okay. We did not need them anyway. Now, for this guy, for the support, right? For the support, if we section it in the middle, meaning that we're gonna have this section as one piece, okay? Which is this guy there, and it's different material, so we must be considerate of that. Now this guy runs across till there, until there, until there, and we no longer have this. On this side, we no longer have this. We no longer have those guys. And this edge, because now we've split the edge open. Now, meaning that the hedge for the big part, I'll always start with 1, which is a default. So, meaning that this and that, okay? Now, notice I'm only going to use this for only the base, okay? Meaning even on this drawing, for the base, I'm going to use 1, okay? Now, before I even proceed, can I? No, actually, let's just proceed. I'll have it in mind. But if you're gonna forget, you can rather just go and do it right away so that you do not forget the hatch pattern that you used or the size or the scale per se. Okay? And then now we move on to the wheel. If we're opening the wheel in the middle, meaning that whatever that was hidden detail, it was hidden detail because of the circles inside. Okay, now the circles inside, the first circle will be this one. Now I want us to be very careful when it comes to these circles. Okay, now this circle is the one in the middle. Okay, no, this circle, this one is the one which is in the middle. These will be the only circles that are visible. Okay, now I want us to go and trace which circle are they, and this one, because now we have multi circles that can confuse us. Now, meaning that over here and over there, that's where we're gonna have a solid line, and as well this one and that one, they're gonna be a solid line. These I could delete. These are going to become line type 1. Now, oops, these are line type 1. Yes. Now, if you can notice again, these ones is the other one, but it's given at an angle. But if we cut here, we won't see it because of why? We do not show hidden details on sectioning. Okay? Now, meaning that in there, into the circle, we're not going to have anything. Okay? We're not going to have anything there. The ones that are hidden details, they get to disappear. We remove them because we do not show hidden details. Okay? Now let's circle. What circle did I remove that side? Did I? No. What happened here? Seemingly okay. Let me just do this. I do not know how this one disappeared. This one and this one, and that one must be line type 1. Okay, meaning that into there, into here, and into there, into there, into here as well, into there, as well as the circle where it sticks, which is over there, which is where what is, and it's all there. They're gonna have to be line type 1 because now we're splitting it open, meaning that over here it's going to be hashed and over there will be hashed. Okay, now these ones that are hidden detail, now they get to disappear because we do not show hidden details on a circle. Okay, now just to be sure, yes, just to be sure of that. And then now just to clean up, we have this guy as well. We also have this guy as well. Now, to be clear, we having this hidden detail there is to show us the different pieces, and it goes right around there. So if it goes right around, meaning that over there we're not going to have this face and we're not going to have that face. And do we keep, and as well this side and this side, okay? And this line, it was a line type 1 because of it's a round object, and this goes right around, okay? Meaning that for the wheel alone, I can go and use line 0. Let's say 0.3, the smallest. Okay. Now, where do we hatch? We're gonna go and hatch there, hatch here, and there, and there as well, over there, and over there. That's for the wheel alone. Okay. Now, hold on. Oh, the wheel alone, it also continues to this side. So meaning that over there, we're also going to have a hatch that continues. We're gonna have a hatch that continues to there. And I believe this was for the outer part here. So meaning that I could just delete this hatch and restart it. Hatch. So meaning I'm gonna have to hatch inside there and also hatch this side. The point located, specify. Okay. Hatch inside there and hatch outside there. Okay. Cool. Now, if this is the spindle that continues, meaning I can safely come and remove it. And we're gonna have to move this and move that just to clear out the path. Okay. Now, we are done with that. Now we can proceed to which part now? Notice it's different hatching from this one because it's different materials. Okay. Now, what else do we hatch? I think, oh, the pin. Well, actually, I could go and use 0.01, which is the smallest hatch. Okay, and will be the, well, actually, I could just change the direction of 0.01 and make it 90 degrees. Because you also hatch the pin. Okay, now for this one, it should be done, but we just need to clean up, just to clean up everything there. Make sure it's nice and neat. This must be a solid line type 1, meaning that there's something, yes, I wanted to clean up this, but seemingly it takes away this guy. So I'm just gonna go and extend this guy. Okay, let me just extend to over there, because it must be line type 1. So over there it must be a line type 1, and this guy, let's stretch him to there and make him a line type 1. And meaning that each and everything that goes on top of the spindle gets to go. Now over here, we're gonna go and trim out this and trim out that. Remember, we do not section washers, nuts, bolts, spindles, meaning for this section, we're done. Okay, now I can go and do hatching AA. Oh, that was hatching AA that we were doing. Okay, now we're gonna go and do hatching BB, which will show over there. Okay, now if we're hatching BB, we're cutting the circle in the middle. Okay, we're cutting the circle in the middle, meaning that this hidden detail, let's just first understand this hidden detail. This hidden detail, oh, this hidden detail is to show us the layout of these circles. Okay, it's not necessarily needed, and meaning that now if we're opening it there, meaning that this becomes a line type 1. Okay, if it becomes a line type 1, meaning that the hatch, remember what hatch we're using? We're using 0.3 at what angle? At 0? At 0 degrees, meaning that we can go and do the hatching of the circle right away. If there's part that we didn't touch, also over there. Now notice I've also done the hatching on this part. Okay, it's because that now this part will be in the front, and also in the front, looking at the front, we won't have this guy, we won't have this pin, and we're also gonna have this guy, but only in the other side. Okay, meaning that we cannot have this guy here. Yep. And we're only gonna see it through the hole there, meaning the hatching was supposed to have appeared. Oops, what happened there? Okay, let me redo it. I want to remove everything that will go after, yes, everything that will go beyond the wheel there and there. Now notice I could have been left out with this guy, all right? But this guy now on this drawing is supposed to be a hidden detail because it's the one on the side. But sectioning says do not show hidden details, so we remove it. Okay, meaning that we do not have this guy in the front now. It's at the back. And as well, if we're opening it in the middle, meaning that this guy will be line type 1. Yes, meaning that the hatching was supposed to continue to there to fill up this gap. Okay, now to understand what's happening here, over there, what we have is this guy which is removed, and let's find the spindle which is this guy. Okay, and what else do we have? This is the washer. The washer will be out completely. And what else do we have? This guy, it's actually this guy today, I believe. Yes. So over here, notice the wheel ends where? The wheel ends there. Okay, so meaning that the hatching will continue all the way until where? Until there. Okay, meaning that this line is not there. I want to remove this line. Okay, let's go through this and delete the whole hatching until there. So meaning that the hatching will be all the way through. Okay, now we say that we do not hatch the spindle which is cut along its working axis, but over here this is the spindle still. I'm gonna go and hatch him on this side. Okay, I am gonna use one but in a different direction, which is 90. And like that, we have this guy. And yes, indeed, we're gonna have this edge. Oh, this edge was touched there. Notice we were using one there. For that, meaning it's gonna be 0 degrees. And notice this hatch is the same as that hatch. Okay, and this one I could have changed it to 90 degrees or yeah, and then like that we can go and clean up what is happening down here. For this situation, I could just go and turn off all the hidden details, okay, and just turn off all the center lines because it's a bit over me. Now I can go and trim out everything that's happening here just to give it a nice clean finish. So this, everything happens inside the wheel there, and there's still the wheel, there's still the wheel there, this is still the wheel, and you can notice that this is a spindle inside. There's a spindle inside, and wait again. Now this must be on top of the guy there, meaning that this guy will not be seen. and this guy will not be seen. This one as well. Again, to understand what is happening there, this pin cannot be seen inside from the spindle. So meaning that everything that happens there gets to disappear. Okay. And yes, from there, I believe we have achieved the sectioning that we needed. And like that, we are done. Thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Bye-bye.